Hey, what is up guys? Control here, and today's video is going to be one on 2 viewer decks. I added a new channel point reward to my Twitch stream. Just show you guys real quick. If you guys don't know what channel points is, when you watch streams on Twitch, you do get free rewards now. If you're subscribed, you get more. So if you guys have Twitch Primes, use those on my stream. I will love you forever and be able to afford McDonald's more often with Uber Eats. So please do that. But what you got to do is you got to require me to do some kind of things. So for 500, for example, I use an emote during a game. For 750, I'll dab. You might see me do that randomly during videos. It's usually because people will request that, or they drink water. I do that sometimes myself normally, but for 1,000, you can make me do that. 2,000 AMA, I have to answer honestly. 3,000, though, this is one we're working on today, is play your deck. I will play whatever deck you want. So we did a couple of those yesterday. It was quite a bit of fun. 3,000 channel points, I believe, will take about 3 or 4 hours to get. If you're a first-time viewer, you follow, you get a little bit of bonus. If you do subscribe, you get a big multiplier for the kind of channel points, so you get it even more quicker. That's why I said, you do have the Twitch Prime? Hit your boy up with that. It's a good idea. You get some cute emotes too. But that's basically what we're doing, is we're playing decks today for the YouTube video, and actually I have a couple planned based on these because I've actually had a lot of fun with them. But without further ado, check out the furry video. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube as well. Definitely would appreciate that if you guys are liking the content. And I will also hit you guys with a Swain League of Legends gameplay video if we hit 600 likes on this video, okay? So smash that like button if you guys want to see me play League. I will drop top a game in like low elo or just like smurf and pop off. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And let's see if we can hit 600 likes, boys. And remember, hit me with your primes. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Look, it's a dog. So cute. So cute. Look. Soci, hit me with this. Let's go. Okay. We have the doggo here, boys. What, Pippo happy? Haha. Is this stream talk? No, I don't talk during the stream. I don't talk. The pupper wanted to come over. I usually don't let this guy stay in here for too long because every single time I do, he pisses on my floor, which I don't like. But he's very cute. I just can't, I can like let him in to say hi. But then after that, like I have to make him go upstairs because he's gonna pee on the floor and I don't want to step in it. Gonna make me unhappy. He's very cute though. Wave to camera. Say hello. Hi, it's Buddy. So cute. He's an old guy. Lulu. With Teemo. Say less. Okay. I'm gonna put him back upstairs. We'll talk about the deck a little bit. You're back. Okay. We have got a Lulu Teemo deck from Soci AF. So early on, if I look at this, it seems to be a lot of stuff that says support on it. Okay. You're playing Swole Squirrel and Teemo. Okay. So you're combining 2 gangster things in one. You, my friend, are a Chad alpha male of a gamer. So you have 2 thermos, flower childs. The only thing is you don't have the wayfinders for the Teemo. I still do dig it though. I think it's fine, honestly. You're not all in on Teemo working, right? It's just like kind of a Teemo deck with the shrooms. You have Swole Squirrel as well. I would say there's like not a lot of support for either of those. I guess like Rising Spell Force is pretty good. Tempest is okay defensively. Yeah, I think you're like kind of all over the place, but it looks like a fun list. You got Fey Guide for the Lulu and Swole Squirrel. I think it's a 2 of is good. Whimsy is a decent combat trick for this deck. I think is good. It is one that you can find a lot of value with. So I think that's a good idea. I think that there are a lot of more for fun cards. And if you were to improve it, I would say move in the direction of more focusing on the Teemo, focusing on Lulu support, or focusing on Swole Squirrel, rather than being in all 3 ballparks. But as far as like the deck goes, I think it's fine. Honestly, nothing really wrong with it. You run a decent amount of units to support. And I think your like selection as far as cards go is fine. Gotcha's a little bit weird because you don't run a lot of card draw. But for the most part, it's cool. It's furry only deck, so don't be hard. Okay, so your choices are that you can only run things that are furry as far as units go. Okay. So this makes a lot more sense now. Are there any other furry units that you can play in these 2 regions that you don't have in the deck right now? Nimble Poro's one. Green Glade Lookout's a furry. You don't have anything that's really that expensive though. You have, well, Young Witch isn't a furry. You have Veteran Investigator for card draw. That's actually kind of a decent shout here, honestly. You really don't have a lot of 2-drops, so that's actually kind of a good look. Is Tasty Feyfolk a furry? Or not a furry? I don't know. Shady Character. You can make a copy of your Swole Squirrel. Kind of pog. Jewel Protector, actually, if this is a furry only deck, is maybe actually a good top end card here as well. Cloud Drinker would be too expensive. Zephyr Sage too expensive. Those are like the two that I would look at then. Jewel Protector maybe, and maybe the Tasty Feyfolk if you can run that. Yeah, okay. Well, let's play, and then we'll come back to it, I guess. Trundle Asoul. Right away. These guys are not messing around right now. Okay, well, I have a furry card and a Lulu. We're on odds as well. Because we're on odds, I mean, do I keep like the Chump Wump Blade Scout Lulu? Blade Scout's like a 4/4 without elusive on turn 3, which is kind of good. Caretaker is also kind of good. I do want to have Lulu leveled, and it would be leveled on 5, so it's maybe a little bit better to keep from the Wump. Maybe it's a misplay to not hard mull for the Teemo. Could be bad. Oh man, no more Sunburst. Say hello to Invoked card. Trundle is scary, man. Super scary for us. Clump, okay. And honestly, just curving out's kind of fine. It's not really that big of a deal to do that. Check your deck. I do the deck reviews for 3,000 channel points, my friends. If you send me a screenshot, I'll take a look at it briefly. But for me to play your deck, you need to do the 3,000 channel point request. I really grabbed cold water and went to instinctively drink out of the Brita that has like a sip left in it. The glass. Well, one of the only times you're ever going to see me drink out of glass is right now, by the way. So, you know, enjoy. Rising Spell Force. Okay. Now we're talking. But that's a Lulu. So we're going to play the Lulu. And hope that he doesn't have a way to clear here. Which I think in general he won't. Not filtered. No, I got it out of the filter upstairs. So we're fine. Don't worry. Come on, dude. Really? No cards of challenge here, unfortunately. Pokedrama, have you been living under a rock? Is your name Patrick Star? It's like a month old, man. I don't appreciate anyone disrespecting my queen. That's my take on the Pokemon drama. So a couple options here. We could play the Swole Squirrel. It's really good at blocking. It would actually make it so he doesn't even want to attack. Could also play Fey Guide to give elusive to the Lulu. Or I could 5-head it, play the Swole Squirrel, and then Fey Guide the Swole Squirrel next round. And I think I'm liking that line more. You play the squirrel at Swole, then you give it elusive, and then will Lulu buff it? Really, dude? Really? These guys don't want to have fun out here, man. Imagine picking a silence card for the Swole Squirrel, man. Absolutely does not want to have fun. Disgusting. I can't believe it myself. And now he's going to play the best Ice Quake of his entire life. But that's okay, because I don't respect that card. Well, that's also a good card here. Okay. Not gonna lie, boys. It's not looking too great for the digital athletes here. We're sort of getting clapped right now. I hate it because I spent all day yesterday playing an Invoke deck. And man, it was very rare out of 2 Invokes that I got cards that were very good for me both times. But this guy, he's a true champion. You play 2 Invoke cards, you get a Meteor Shower, and you get a Silence for a Swole Squirrel. Just how it goes. Now me, I'm not good enough to do that. I have to improve a little bit first. Well, I'll try to, but no promises. A Sketcher to discard a Sketcher. Okay, but what if he double Equinoxes my Swole Squirrel? Does it come back to being a Swole Squirrel? I'm like 95% sure that's not how it works, but I kind of hope it is. So I could play the Caretaker here, and then he will play a Trundle, which I won't be able to block well. But I think I'm still just going to do it anyways. I wanted to say Bandit to Thermo it, but because he led with this, I couldn't really do anything other than pass. And if I pass, he passes back. And it's better for him if that happens. Catalyst, that's also pretty bad for us. And the Serpent's okay. And a pass. Chump Wump. Pog. Just gives 3 attack. So it doesn't really matter where you put it. I mean, that's always going to be blocked, I guess. Maybe just do it on the squirrel. To kind of like decentivize the Wump block. I like the skill required to get good random cards. I mean, some days you have it, some days you don't, man. I don't know what to say. Some days you just wake up. I don't know if you guys ever had that feeling. You just wake up, you know today's going to be a good day, right? You're just going to get lucky as fuck. And then instead of using all that luck to go buy a lottery ticket, you play adults card games online. That's what I do, at least. Should probably use those days where I feel really lucky to do other things, but, you know, kind of just chilling. Is he actually... He's passing with 9 mana. He has to not want to play a Trundle because I could play the Thermo still to clear it. So I guess I'm just going to pass back because of that. Deny. Oh, man. Wait, I can deny the 9 mana card. Or the 7 mana card that heals him for 10 and lets him play an Acel for 0. Dude. That's actually so 5-head. I Mystic this? Like, Revitalizing Roar, we can actually deny it, right? That's kind of massive. And they don't ever expect it either. They're never like, oh, well, I'm just gonna, like, you know, do that. I mean, look, relax, dude, okay? Chill out. I guess I just go, like, Steel Tempest. Which is kind of bad. I could let it die, but it's just also not good. I want this alive, I think. Go with the Tempest. Boom. Maybe open Tempest is better. I don't know. Tavern Keeper, okay. I don't really want to play the Shrooms yet. They just seem bad. Jump, okay. I should play the unit. This is only really bad if he just plays an Acel and doesn't go for the Roar. And I guess if he's at... Yeah, he probably won't play the Roar with the Acel, right? He just wait or just jam it. Nope. So lets me go in, sure. Okay. Oh, he's gonna let me attack and then go for the Revitalizing Roar. 5-head line. Okay. This guy's like, I'm gonna take some damage and then play Revitalizing Roar. But little does he know. We possess the counter, gentlemen. We possess the counter. Okay. This is the new meta breaker. I'm ready for it. Cue Tim Key for the new meta breaker. Goes to 6. So Rising Spell Force won't be lethal, but it does a lot of damage. You guys feel like we just jam it? Put him in 2. I feel like he's gonna run Star Shaping and stuff, so it's not actually that strong. I think I just say okay. Yo, Akunit, thanks for the Prime, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, dude, that's a full Yu-Gi-Oh moment, man. You have fallen for my trap card again, Kaiba. Get the epic deny. And this guy just mauls into the next century. Very angry player. Who plays deny in this meta? You can't play deny. Not in this expansion. Not Call of the Mountain. And then, yeah, we did. We did it. Oh. I haven't had a satisfying deny like that in a minute, man. Holy. And my deck has no pathetic cards. Avalanche, dude, miss me with that. Who cares about Avalanche, dude? Like, yeah, you play an Acel next round. Man, I really should have actually used this. I'm gonna get no value out of the Rising Spell Force now. Oh. That's insane. If I'm up to units and I play the Spell Force, I usually just win next round, by the way. So just Rising Spell Force, whichever one doesn't die right away. And we kind of just win. Oh. This goes real slow. Most of their spells are slow. He is like Troll Chant is one that will work during combat. That's about it.
You must be very important.
Otherwise, I mean, Troll Chant means that we're one-off lethal here. Okay. It's actually not true because this gets 4, not 3. Rising Spell Force lethal? Potentially? Of course not Hush. Okay. Of course. I mean, I have my blocker already. So I don't really need to play the Lulu for any reason. I think at least. It just plays in a removal for him. But he rips 2 shrooms here every time, so Jeep.
Now they'll pay attention.
Oh, it's 1, it's not 2. It's gonna rely a revitalizing roar for 10 now. Can play Living Legends to get 500 cards. Great Beyond. So this has Elusive, but it does not have Overwhelm. So if I play a Teemo, I gotta block it. Success is planting your mushrooms right. This is quite honestly the easiest shroom draw of my entire life. I don't think I've ever played an easier game. The furry deck is completely unstoppable, I think. Absolutely just the best deck I've ever played in my entire life. I've actually never played a better deck ever. I thought I was going to say that we should make some changes to this deck after the game, but this is quite honestly the perfect deck. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I think this is very, very well made. So very, very good job, Soci AF. I like the inclusion of all the cards that say furry on them. You did a great job. Keep it up, man, and you know, don't let the haters bring you down. You did a great job. Okay, so we have a Mistwraith deck. I dig it. With the Pursuit, it's cool. What are your allegiance ratios? Nice. So you just bring in Ranger's Resolve to kind of protect your cards, and then straight up just pop off the 2 Pursuits. I really don't have too much to say about this. It looks good. I like it. I like to use Digi and Onlooker with Pursuit. I think it's a really smart idea. Super, super good choice there as far as that build goes. Keeper with 1 Butcher, 3 Caretakers. Did you ever think about running like Everglade in this deck? If you just don't go wide enough or have enough 1s. Definitely is, I guess, a slower deck, but maybe maybe that could be a look. Risen Miss is just so cool for like the burst speed cheese. I like it though. I think the general idea is really good. I like how you haven't like made the allegiance and not that likely to go off. So I think overall this is a pretty good deck so far. It's relatively well made. I'd say the lack of 1s is maybe an issue, and I would potentially look at Everglade Collector myself. If you want 1-drops that do work on this deck, I mean like Aristocrat's nice, Bark Beast is also really good. Those would be ones that I would look at. But I do think that the Resolve is actually a very good inclusion, and I think the Double Pursuit, it makes it worth to play Demacia. Cards that I would look at is not maybe being as good as you'd want. Like maybe Doom Beast is one that's more filler, I think. Obviously you have it as a 2 of, but it is good for finishing games as Reach, so I can also see that as well. And I also do like that you have a lot of units in this deck, right? Like this is, you know, 27 units out of 40. So, I mean, out of the units that you can pull with the Stalking Shadows, you're basically going to have this card always online with only 13 spells. Because when you play Stalking Shadows, at the very worst, it's going to only be 12 spells in the deck if you have none in hand already. None played. So, I mean, it's basically guaranteed that you're going to get units from this. So, overall, I think this is a well-built deck. Let's see if we can get a dub. So, against Swain TF, deck with a lot of AoE. Definitely don't want Doom Beast or Unspeakable, I don't think, in the opener. Curse Keeper is good, though. It's a card that actually makes him not want to play AoE. Kind of an awkward hand now. So, like, we want to play the Keeper, and we do want to play Caretaker, obviously, with it, but it just makes the TF so strong. Mistwraith now is good as well. Mistwraith Kali into Wraith Color is probably the most aggressive line we can take. It's still relatively safe at least. I think I like it. So the thing about Curse Keeper into Caretaker is it's usually really good on 2 and 3. But the issue is against specifically Bilge Noxus. It actually isn't that insane if you ask me. Even like another Mistwraith now might be better than Kali. Kind of a nutty draw. I think that I will also go Kali though. 3-mana 4/3 with the Fearsome is just so strong even if you ignore her effects. How do you obviously to block? Okay. Let's see, make it rain for 2. Sure, that's fine. So in a world where we just went ahead and played the Keeper plus Caretaker, we kind of got punished pretty hard there. And in this world instead, we have a Callista that's 1 out of 3. Very likely to have her be removed now though. Nice, that's good. Important thing to note here too is the Caretaker is not going to be good for us because when I play Caretaker, what's going to happen is that if I play it on the Keeper, we're not going to get all of the value from the units. TFR card's fine. Now it is very playable. And it's also quite likely now that he's actually not going to have another Make It Rain, or the Make It Rain's not going to line up perfectly. So it actually will make a lot of sense to play the Curse Keeper plus the Caretaker now this round. We could play another Mistwraith. I think into both the 2 health units, the Keeper plus Caretaker here is too good. But it's actually kind of a close turn because obviously the Mistwraith scaling is insane. And Wraith Color is so good in this deck as well. But I think that this is just too good here, I think, in general. Just because like we literally have 7 targets for the Make It Rain. It's so unlikely that it's going to hit both the saplings. Grab the big boys, and that'll be about that. So go 2-1 or 2-2 into 4-2, 1-1 into 2-1. Could actually even see that it's beneficial to leave the TF up and make him block with the TF because he might actually get greedy here. And another red card could actually be quite good for him. I also think in Swing TF, it's a deck that doesn't actually level up TF a lot. So this might actually seem like it's a grief, but I actually think that this is the right play. Where I make him actually block with a TF because in this case, he could actually misplay and not use the TF to block. So 1, I push more damage. 2, he won't have the opportunity to play another TF red card or gold card. Not gonna lie, even clapping cheeks with STF. I mean, it's definitely a strong deck, man. Definitely a strong deck. I don't think you should feel bad about playing strong decks like that, man. Honestly, like you'll see people like me and I mean other like content creators / broadcasters complain about them because we play against them a lot and they're frustrating. But don't feel bad about playing good decks, man. Honestly, as much as like I'll joke about it, we're like, oh, like you know, fuck Ezreal, that kind of stuff. You should be able to play whatever you want in the game, man. And I don't think you should feel bad about you know, playing Ezreal, even though he's not the most fun champ to lose to. Same goes to like the Lulu Zed or like Lulu Shen players right now that like I can play bow on a QNC. Like you're playing a game, man. Like play what you like to play, right? Don't you know, think that you have to just like mirror what I'd want you to do or anything like that. Just have fun, do what you want to do. Wraith Color, that is beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Play whatever you want, but also fuck Ezreal. Yeah, so that's basically where I'm at as well. Play whatever you want, but also fuck the Ezreal. So these swing guys, actually, they've been teching in the Katarina card recently. Ooh. That's a flip as well. It's pretty good. Okay. Can't do too much about that. So Swain's good. Basically, the list that hit Masters first for the TF Swain actually did in fact use the card that was I don't even remember the name of it, but it's basically deal 1 damage to all battling units. Do I just have lethal here? 2 of these connects. He blocks a 5-1 and then this, and then I'm 1 off. So I play Skitter. If I play double Skitter, this is just insane here. Absolutely just backbreaking for him. Death Lotus, yeah, that's a name. Yeah. If you're not playing some hipster ass homebrew, then you're disgusting. Yeah, that's another way to look at it for sure. Definitely.
I'm always up for a round or 2.
Okay, of course he had the TF with the red card, sure.
I'm a people person.
I actually still win a lot of time though. Play the onlooker first because if he plays something with 3 attack here, then I can play Skitter and make it so he can't block. Fearsome is kind of a strong mechanic, huh? Kind of good. So in this pan out, if we think about it, if we actually had the Neverglade Collector, it would have been decent. But I don't think it would have been like game winning or anything. Conferver block. I don't think I attack with 4-1 still. Guillotine, sure. You can only cast that once. So our board's really susceptible to any AoE now, but he has a TF in play. The Swain gets blocked a lot of time. So he needs to have like a might here to really beat me.
Keep up.
Okay, or that could be a spell that could completely clap my cheeks. I could get Doom Beast here for lethal. Not Doom Beast, horror, okay. I kind of want to pick Caretaker, but I think it's just not as good as horror a lot of time. My board is too wide to use it. If I block stuff, then it gets a little bit better, but it's kind of tough to find value in that, I think. I think Fearsome's underestimated. I don't know if I'd agree that it's underestimated. I think it's a really strong mechanic. Fearsome is effectively just budget elusive, right? Which is really strong. Everyone's really frustrated about elusive, or has been at some point. And I mean, budget elusive still pretty good if you ask me. You can only block 1 Fearsome card here. So make it rain and high roll, I guess, is the play. Death's End, sure. Cool.
Merely pawns in a greater game.
So even like ignoring the fact that my cards say Fearsome on them and he only has 1 card that can block Fearsome, I'm literally up 2 units. And he doesn't have the spell power, or the keg, sorry. So the Death Lotus would have to be a 2 up here to beat me.
Why are you here?
And even then I can still rip Doom Beast off Stalking Shadows. Salvage, okay. You haven't been as annoyed with Fearsome as elusive, that's fair. The double salvage. The classic TF is almost leveled play. No way he flips the TF, right? There's no way. Flock? Oh my god. Wow. If I don't get the... Wow. That's actually insane. Jesus, dude. If I don't get the Doom Beast, I actually lose a lot. Crazy. Yeah. We always get Doom Beast though, so GG. Yikes, boys. Yikes.
Looks like I'm on a hot streak.
We always just top deck Unspeakable Horror. GG. Game over. We won.
Lady Luck is smiling.
Do I actually lose because I didn't play a blocker for that last round? Because I need to take 2 actions here. 1 card would just be... Oh my god, dude, you're joking, right?
Soak it in.
What a loss, man. What a loss. If I did play Stalking Shadows last round and saved it for this round, I would win too, but... Yeah. GG, I got some bad. My logic was he would just play cards and like red card it. So like I didn't even say anything, but I was just like, playing the horror here makes no sense because it's just gonna get removed anyways. Because like if he wants to open attack and try to win, then he could just play for red card. That was definitely a good game though, honestly. I think your deck's good. I would still say consider the Neverglade Collector. That would be about it. Yeah, that would be about it. I think it's pretty solid though, honestly. We didn't really see Resolve, but that's a matchup where Resolve would have been really, really good. And the Rally obviously would have been almost game ending too. But I mean, we got the gist of the deck with the Mistwraith really popping off and just how strong Fearsome was. even without Risen Miss and the burst speed kind of Mistwraith spawning, we really did see how strong it was. And also later on in the game, it really becomes apparent how irrelevant it is that this is 4 mana. It's basically just 4 mana, so it's not like super overtuned and oppressive early game. But later on in the game, I mean, the 4 mana price tag for this is very fair, and it's still very playable because this is a deck that just really doesn't need that much mana to do stuff. Popping Glimpse from a card draw. I don't like Glimpse when you have Stalking Shadows. I don't think that's good. It ruins the ratio for Stalking Shadows too. And as you saw, the one time we played it, we actually only got the one onlooker, right? So you want to increase your unit consistency as much as possible. I think that as far as spells go, you're about capped out where you're at with this list. So I think that I would say that's probably fine. Shadows is good enough gas. It is a very quick deck. But yeah, I guess my ending kind of talk would be think about Bark Beast potentially. And think about a Neverglade Collector too. I don't think you run 3 in this deck, but maybe 1 or 2 of them could be good. That'd be about it.